know how many days. I don't know what today is, but I've been on the road for, let's see, 4,000 miles almost, 3,000 miles. And I just want to kind of talk about some of the things to know when you're in Mexico. First and foremost, pay attention to the road. That's why I'm not looking at the camera, because there are speed bumps just randomly throughout, like the highway, the roads, and they're usually not marked. Every once in a while there will be a sign like warning you, but generally speaking, if they are marked, they are poorly marked, or the paint has worn off, or whatever. But those speed bumps are no friggin' joke. So pay attention to the road. They have speed bumps like we're used to, like, you know, like the little hump in the road. But then they also have these speed bumps that are these like circular, like metal plates, and they have like a bunch of them like all over the road, and it's like when you're driving. It scares the shit out of the dogs. But yeah, that's the first thing. So pay attention to the road. Obviously potholes, but that's no different than the States. And then pesos, like you need to have a lot of pesos, because I don't even know how the people here do it. It's so fucking expensive. Like the tolls, you have to go through a toll all the time, just randomly. Like you'll just be driving on the road and it's like toll, 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 toll. The toll that I just went through was 229 pesos, which is basically like 16 US dollars. But they're all the freaking time. And so I ran out of money, and for the last hour I kept going to all the different OXXOs, which is basically like their convenience store slash gas station, and none of them had an ATM. And my card, apparently I learned, only works with an ATM. So I tried to get through the toll without having money, and mind you, my Spanish is only mediocre. So I'm trying to tell them that I can't use my card at the OXXO. I need an ATM. I can't find an ATM. I've been looking for hours. ATMs are not like that common. You have to go to a bank to find one. So the police come over, like the guards come over. I'm holding up the whole freaking line, and they're like, well, you got to get out of your car and walk to the OXXO. And I'm like, I can't walk to the OXXO because it won't work. I need an ATM. So anyway, long story short, I finally end up calling a taxi, leaving my car on the side of the road, calling a taxi, having the taxi drive me into town to go to a bank to withdraw money, and then take the taxi back to my car just so I could go through the toll. So yeah, if you're driving through Mexico, just make sure you have enough pesos. They don't accept cards at the toll booth, and they don't accept obviously US dollars. So definitely make sure you have enough pesos, more than you think you need. What else do I want to talk about? How do I entertain myself? I've been in the car for like, what did I say, 3,000 miles. I'm definitely sore, and I've had good hours and bad hours, but mostly I just do a lot of thinking. I have listened to an audiobook. Actually, on the last trip, the last time I did this, I listened to a lot of audiobooks. This time I listened to one full one, and then I kind of started replaying Jen Sincero's You Are a Badass. That's like one of my all-time favorite self-help if you want to books. But I just listened to like some fiction thing on the way down here. But other than that, yeah, it's a lot of thinking. I've done a few phone calls that have helped pass the time. Lots of singing and awkward dancing. But mostly just watching the road, because you got to be careful here. Like I said, all the potholes, and then all the speed bumps. So another thing about driving in Mexico, it's something I actually really prefer here instead of what we do in the States. But if you want to pass somebody or somebody wants to pass you, you put on your left blinker. And that signifies that you're going to be passed or that you want to pass somebody. And everybody respects that. So it's pretty awesome. Like in Mexico, they have, you know, like the lanes of the highway. But then they also have this like half a lane to the right, so that if somebody does want to pass, you use the half a lane to kind of move over to let them through. And so it's like that on both sides of the highway. So basically you can pretty much always be passing or getting passed. And like when the opposing traffic is coming at you, it's still safe, because even if they're passing on the other end and you're passing on this end, everybody uses that half lane to make sure that there's enough space. So it's really a great system. I really like it. And it's good for me because like I don't like to drive super fast here because I don't know the roads. I get nervous of the bumps. And yeah, so I just kind of like move my ass to the half lane and then come back over. So it's been good. I mean, the drive has been pretty good. I'm almost at my next stop, which is almost my final stop. I am driving. I'm so excited. I haven't told really anybody where I'm going, but I am driving to this small town, and I'm not going to say it because I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. But once I get there, I'm going to be parking my car somewhere safe, and the dogs and I are going to be taking a ferry to Holbox Island. It's spelled like Holbox, Holbox, but it's pronounced Holbox. And it's awesome. Like there's no cars there. It's beautiful. Apparently they are known for having a lot of flamingos, being super dog friendly. Obviously beautiful beaches. They apparently have this one beach that like you can walk out as far as the football field and it's still only up to your knees. Clear water. It's just going to be so beautiful. And that's where I'm going to stay for a few weeks. And that's when I'll be back on the internet, getting some work done, back to reality, while also living on an island paradise with my dogs. And hopefully they can handle the heat. That's the other thing. Like it's so freaking hot. It's actually about the same temperature, but I don't know, it just feels like hotter here, and the pavement is really hot on their paws, so I try to be aware of that when we're like going out and about and whatever. So hopefully the island is okay for them. Obviously there's a lot of dogs here in Mexico, but they are used to living in these conditions, whereas my babies are like divas. So anyway, that's all I got for you. I just wanted to give a quick update. I'm in the car for another 4 or 5 hours today, and then I'll be resting in Ciudad del Carmen. Apparently it's beautiful. It looks like it's really cool. Look it up, Ciudad del Carmen. And yeah, I'll take some pictures while I'm there, but I'm probably only spending a night. So anyway, thanks for watching.